quick demo about handles. This is the cylinder that I made in the last video, and everything is kind of firmed up now. We're kind of leather hard, and you can see that I've spent some time smoothing it and getting it looking the way that I want it to look. So now I'm ready to add a handle. A basic handle would be something like this, where you have a coil that you flatten, or a strip of clay where you cut out from a slab, you cut out your handle. So let's talk about what a handle does, right? If this is filled with hot liquid, we need the handle to keep our hands from getting too hot and from burning. So any handle that you have is holding your hand away from the mug. So you want to make sure that when you're looking at handles, you've got that space between the mug and the handle for your fingers to fit in. This handle, it's nice, it's very basic. I'm not sure that I like it that much, but you guys can tell me which one you like better. There's that one. Here's another one that I made where I just did a two very thin coils and twisted them around each other. This is a little more fun, I think, but it's a little on the narrow side for the weight and heft of the mug. This one I braided, so a triple strand of clay, which I braided and then flattened with a little roller. And I think this is the one that I want to put on. I think this one kind of matches the vibe that I was going for a little bit better, and it's a little heftier. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that it is straight up and down and lined up nicely. So I'm going to make a little mark there. And this is where I want it to be joined. Okay, so as I pull my handle away, I know exactly where to score my clay. And I'm scoring nice and deep. Just using a needle tool. You could also use the whisker tool that was in the last video. Next, I'm going to take my handle and score these sides where it's going to join together. So on the inside curve, and in this case I don't need that, so let's do this. You can see that I'm kind of holding it together as I score it, but that I haven't scored the entire braid. It's going to get held together as it joins on. Now I'm going to get a little bit of slip, actually quite a lot of slip, and fill in all those nooks and crannies with slip. Next, I'm going to compress my handle in place without squishing it, just compressing down nice and hard where that joint is. A little counter pressure from the inside. And then I'm going to take a look at the shape, like how does it work? Do my fingers fit in? No? Let's give me a little bit of room there. Let's just change that shape a little bit. And I'm going to grab a paintbrush, just any old kind of craft brush is good. And I'm going to do a little bit of smoothing with some slip right around my joints. To just make it look a little bit better. I've got a little crack there. I'm going to work on that for a second. Got my slip jar on the wrong side. Whenever you get a crack, just add a little slip, add a little water, and rub against the clay in the opposite direction to the crack, and it will heal the crack up as if it was never there. I'm going to tidy things up a little bit. Just trim away a little extra clay to make this look nice. And on the inside, I'm gonna press that clay down even harder and kind of spread it out a little bit. Now that that clay has been wetted by the slip, I can kind of slide the clay around and really make sure that it is blended in. Another thing that you can do is add a little supporting coil, but in this case, I don't think I need it. Little cracks there, I'll just try to heal those up. And there's a little slip in there that needs tidying up too. Now, one of the things that I want to do is I want to let this rest covered at least overnight. I want the two clays, the handle and the body of the mug, to have some time to just rest together and have that moisture level between the two equalize. So it may take one day, it may take several days. In this case, I'm going to leave it overnight and check it tomorrow. So I'm just gonna give myself a chance to make sure that I really love that design, love that handle, and I'll do that by covering it up like that with some plastic.